He's away again.
Okay, Max, can confirm it's bodywork damage, loss of rear. It is not critical, so you are able to continue, but you will have a performance loss.
Last lap for Verstappen was 0.8 of a second slower than this man. Carlos Sainz, your race leader, will be back with Ted Kravitz in a few moments' time, because there's the DRS, that gap in the rear wing, opening once more for Charles Leclerc. Into Stowe they go, separated by about 4 car lengths.
Don't forget Lewis Hamilton in this. He's got the gap down to 4.8 to Charles Leclerc now. Faster last time around as well as the two Ferraris. They can't start squabbling too much. Hamilton has very much got them in his sights.
I was just about to say, the longer this goes on for Ferrari, the more it just affects the lap times by 3/4 of a second, whilst they're both worried about either defending or trying to gain the lead. And Hamilton's just set a new fastest lap of the race, and he was 0.4 of a second quicker than Carlos Sainz on lap 15. Should Ferrari want to pit Charles Leclerc now, he's pretty much in undercut territory, where he comes in, gets a fresher set of tyres, does a storming out lap, and by the time Carlos Sainz reacts, Leclerc is ahead. So after that round of pit stops,
what do I need to do to get my race?
Copy. I will come back to you.
Yeah, it's nuts now. So Carlos Sainz is having to weave to keep his teammate behind him. They're going to pick Sainz this lap, so that's their solution to it, is to box and to cover off against an undercut, an early pit stop from the Mercedes, and it also releases Leclerc. Now we'll see what Leclerc's pace is. He needs to get on with it now after all that radio chat.
Sainz has picked up the pace a little bit, and it might be that Leclerc is now not a free pit stop ahead of his teammate, but look at this. He is barely a second clear of Lewis Hamilton. The gap now, as they go through Stowe, is down to less than a second.
Leclerc pits, and Hamilton leads the Grand Prix. If Lewis has got some time in his pocket, some lap time in his pocket, he can grab himself an undercut here on both Ferraris, but he's going to have to pump in some spectacular laps.
On a set of hard tyres that is not yielding and offering much grip to those that are running it in the early stages of a stint. That aside, Lewis Hamilton now leads the British Grand Prix.
So we are right on top of the pit window from Hamilton.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Do they let Charles Leclerc past? Or, as Charles Leclerc wants to know, am I expected to overtake him?
Yeah, if Lewis pitted now, he'd come out right in the middle of this battle. He'd be right there.
So this is not good enough. We are blocking the cars.
Carlos Sainz letting Charles Leclerc past, and Leclerc getting the DRS as well to help him make that move very seamlessly indeed.
He's in the pits.
He is. Ted Kravitz, down to you.
Sorry to disappoint you all. It would have been great to put the soft tyre on and really go for it, but it's the offset. Oh no, it's a bit slow. A little bit slow. It was in the front left. The rear seemed okay, but there was a little bit of a delay at the front of the car.
Into Abbey, the two Ferraris out in front again. Daniel Ricciardo has it's down towards the rear, has been lapped, and Lewis Hamilton behind him.
Yeah, and the slow pit stop, unfortunately, that's the difference. Instead of coming out amongst the Ferraris, he's ended up a reasonable chunk behind, albeit with fresher, hard compound tyres on.
I tell you what, Esteban Ocon's losing out here. He's been overtaken by Verstappen, he's been overtaken by Schumacher, he's going to be overtaken by Magnussen as well. He has got problems, Esteban Ocon.
I got things in the corners.
I'll tell you what, if he stops here, we'll get at least a virtual safety car.
Yes, we do have a safety car here at Silverstone, because Esteban Ocon has stopped on the old pit straight. And you know how I said things were starting to come to Lewis Hamilton? Well, add this one to the list of opportunities opening up.
To be fair to Lewis, yeah, we got a we got double pit stop under the safety car to get some cheap pit stops to put the soft tyres on, presumably.
Well, you would think so, yes. So in comes Carlos Sainz, in comes Lewis Hamilton. Charles Leclerc stays out.
The instruction is to give tech car lengths full chance and some breathing space within tech car length.
But guys, I want to push you up, Robinson. Please don't ask these things. Please. Let's stop it betting. Stop it betting. I want to push you, Rose.
He's obliged to stay within 10 car lengths. What they're saying is make it 10 car lengths and give Charles some breathing space.
But he has no breathing space because Hamilton is right on his tail.
That's his point. Well, hang on a minute. Stop making this up.
He's driving for himself. Ferrari drivers expected to drive for the team. And he's rightly saying there is more to lose by doing that. Let's just go racing. And look, he's trying to nudge Charles Leclerc round the corner as we get racing again. And Sergio Perez isn't far off Lewis Hamilton because he can make a charge in that Red Bull. Hamilton's going to be under pressure as Leclerc leads Sainz, leads Hamilton, leads Perez into Abbey.
Yeah, Hamilton struggled for grip up the last corner for some reason. That's put Perez onto him. Perez may go on the inside of turn 4, and he knows he's going around the outside and switches back as well. Will he get better traction off the corner? He's got the line then.
Oh, and off the track goes Charles Leclerc as Carlos Sainz retakes the lead of this British Grand Prix. Hamilton and Perez are going wheel to wheel. Perez is ahead of Hamilton. Back comes Sainz and Leclerc. Leclerc behind his teammate Carlos Sainz, who at the restart didn't think about the team, thought about himself and wants to win a race for the first time. It is Carlos Sainz from Charles Leclerc. Then comes Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton back down in fourth. Alonso, Norris, Vettel, Verstappen, Magnussen and Schumacher making up the top 10. What a restart this has been. And this is where Charles Leclerc could be quite vulnerable, not just to Perez but to Hamilton too.
But Leclerc now will be starting to warm. Oh, he's gone wide. Leclerc's gone wide in left field.
And Hamilton taking a different line to Perez as well. So who's got it right coming out of the exit? We head now down towards Cops Corner at about 165 miles an hour. Through goes the Ferrari, through goes the Red Bull, through goes the Mercedes.
So Perez will have a great chance down Hanger Straight into Stowe Corner. Leclerc is beginning to warm up those used hard compound tyres. If Perez can get a good release off of Beckett's, he'll get the slipstream and he's got the DRS. We saw the rear wing open. This is going to be very close into Stowe Corner.
Yeah, Perez is catching Charles Leclerc. He takes it towards the inside. Perez on the inside. Charles Leclerc